Italy isn't just a country, it's a living timeline. A land that has seen empires rise, kings fall, cities burn, and cultures be reborn. Few places on earth have shaped human history as deeply as Italy. From the glory of Rome to the darkness of the Middle Ages, from artistic rebirth to modern nationhood, Italy has seen it all. This isn't just Italy's story. This is the story of civilization itself. Long before Italy was called Italy, the land was home to many civilizations. The Etruscans ruled central Italy with their sophisticated art and mysterious language. Greek colonies flourished in the south, creating a Magna Graecia that rivaled Athens itself. Small, resilient tribes lived among the mountains and valleys, each with their own unique culture. Italy was divided politically, culturally, and linguistically, but its geography was a powerful unifying force. Located at the very heart of the Mediterranean, Italy became a natural bridge between Europe, Africa, and Asia. Trade flowed through its ports, new ideas traveled along its ancient roads, and history began to accelerate. From a small, seemingly insignificant settlement on the banks of the river Tiber, a new power emerged: Rome. At first, Rome was just one of many small city-states, surrounded by stronger rivals like the Etruscans and the Samnites. Its survival seemed uncertain at best. But Rome had something special. It had discipline, organization, and a relentless ambition. Through military strength and brilliant strategy, Rome expanded. It fought war after war, not just for survival, but for dominance. The Roman Republic replaced the rule of kings. Citizens, at least some of them, could participate in their own governance. Law became the foundation of society, a concept that would echo through the centuries. Rome conquered Italy piece by piece, then set its sights on the world. It defeated Carthage, conquered Greece, and pushed its legions across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. At its aid, the Roman Empire controlled millions of people across 3 continents, a vast and diverse territory united by roaming roads, Roman law, and Roman legions. Italy, once a divided land, was now the undisputed center of the known world. But no empire lasts forever. Rome grew too large, too complex, too divided. The immense territory became difficult to govern. Corruption weakened its leadership from the inside out, turning politics into a dangerous game of power and assassination. Economic pressure, including crippling inflation and reliance on slave labor, strained the very fabric of society. And all along its vast borders, invasions from so-called barbarian tribes threatened the empire's stability. Finally, in the year 476 AD, the Western Roman Empire collapsed. The last emperor was deposed, and Italy fell into chaos. The great cities declined, their magnificent buildings crumbling. The famous Roman roads decayed, making travel and trade dangerous again. Central authorities simply vanished. The land that had once ruled the world entered centuries of uncertainty and darkness. After Rome's fall, Italy was no longer united. The peninsula became a fractured mosaic of competing powers. The Byzantines, heirs to the Eastern Roman Empire, clung to territories in the east. The Lombards, a Germanic tribe, established a powerful kingdom in the north. And in the center, the authority of the Pope in Rome began to grow, laying the foundations for the Papal States. Italy became a battleground for foreign empires and local warlords, its people caught in the crossfire. Yet despite the instability and violence, Italy preserved the precious knowledge of the Roman world. In quiet monasteries, monks painstakingly copied ancient texts, protecting philosophy, science, and literature from being lost forever. Churches became centers of learning, keeping the flame of scholarship alive. Italy was wounded, fragmented, and bleeding, but it was not destroyed. The seeds of its next great chapter were already being sown. Then, after centuries of darkness, came a spectacular rebirth. In wealthy, independent city-states like Florence, Venice, and Milan, art, science, and philosophy flourished with an intensity the world had never seen. This was the Renaissance. Italy once again became the heart of creativity and innovation. Names like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael became legendary. These artists and thinkers challenged old traditions and looked at the world with fresh eyes. The potential of the individual human being was celebrated. Science, guided by observation and reason, began to advance. Brunelleschi designed his magnificent dome in Florence, a feat of engineering not seen since ancient Rome. Machiavelli wrote about power with brutal honesty. The Renaissance, born in Italy, reshaped how the entire world thought, saw, and understood itself. It was a cultural revolution that defined the beginning of the modern age. Despite its incredible cultural power, Italy still lacked political unity. While its artists and thinkers were changing the world, its land was being carved up by others. The great powers of Europe saw Italy as a prize to be fought over. France, Spain, and the Austrian Habsburgs all controlled different regions, treating the peninsula like their personal chessboard. Italy remained divided for centuries. The people shared a common culture, a similar language, and a proud history, but they did not share a nation. They were Tuscans, Venetians, Neapolitans, but not yet Italians in a political sense. Slowly but surely, however, the dream of a united Italy, a risorgimento, began to grow in the hearts of poets, revolutionaries, and patriots. In the 19th century, that dream finally moved toward reality. Inspired by the ideals of liberty and nationalism sweeping across Europe, revolutionaries and visionary leaders fought to expel foreign rulers and unite the Italian people. Figures like the passionate revolutionary Giuseppe Garibaldi, with his army of red-shirted volunteers, became folk heroes. The cunning diplomat Count Cavour of Piedmont, Sardinia, masterfully navigated the complex politics of Europe, and King Victor Emmanuel II provided the royal figurehead for the movement. Through a combination of daring wars, clever diplomacy, and immense sacrifice, the separate states of Italy were brought together. In 1861, the Kingdom of Italy was officially proclaimed. For the first time since the fall of the Roman Empire, Italy was one nation under one flag. The 20th century tested the newly unified Italy again and again. It was a turbulent period of immense challenges. Italy was drawn into the devastation of 2 world wars. The nation grappled with severe economic struggles and deep political instability. In the midst of this turmoil, the dark chapter of fascism rose under Benito Mussolini, leading the country into a disastrous alliance in another world war, before it ultimately fell. After the war, democracy returned, and the Italian people began the monumental task of rebuilding. Italy experienced an economic miracle, with its industries in the north growing rapidly. Its culture thrived once more, and Italian design, cinema, and cuisine captured the world's imagination. Italy became a global symbol of art, fashion, history, and the sweet life la dolce vita. Modern Italy is a mesmerizing blend of past and present. Ancient Roman ruins stand proudly beside modern cities. Timeless traditions coexist with groundbreaking innovation. Italy's history isn't confined to museums. It's visible everywhere you look. It's in the architecture of a Florentine palace, in the dialect spoken in a Sicilian village, in the very identity of the Italian people. Few nations on earth carry their past as visibly and as beautifully as Italy. Its story is a constant dialogue between what was, what is, and what will be. Italy's story is not perfect. It is a story of incredible glory and devastating failure, of immense power and profound loss. But above all, it is a deeply human story. It reminds us that civilizations rise, they fall, and sometimes, if they are resilient enough, they rise again. Italy did not just survive history. In so many ways, Italy shaped it, from ancient tribes and the might of Rome, a cultural rebirth and modern nationhood. Italy has witnessed a full, complex, and beautiful journey of civilization. This was the story of Italy, seen through a deep lens. If you value documentaries that explore history beyond the surface, that seek to understand the why and the how, then please subscribe to our channel. We have many more untold stories coming soon. Thanks for watching.